Is Cincinnati chili even really chili, or is it simply a meat sauce? Time to settle the debate. Okay, quick background on Cincy-Style Chili. It's definitely a uniquely American tradition. Its origin is actually attributed to the Greek immigrants who settled in Cincinnati. Empress Chili is a chili parlor largely credited for first ladling their Mediterranean spice creation over spaghetti, claiming to be, quote, the first edition of a Cincinnati tradition. Growing up in Cincinnati, I'm a personal fan of Skyline chili, probably because I've eaten more Skyline conies or three-ways than anything else. I love the connection I have to Cincinnati-style chili, but in general, as a beef guy, I have some criticisms. It's just not spicy enough. It's watered down and just not beefy enough. So here's the deal. Here in the Certified Angus Beef brand test kitchen, we've constructed, tweaked, tasted, reconstructed a version that is the best version of Cincinnati-style chili. A long list of spicy ingredients will let you in on the secrets, including traditional Mediterranean allspice and cinnamon, but also some heat. But the greatest improvement? High quality, certified Angus beef, because if it's not certified, it's not the best. And no water added. We're not gonna water this down. We're gonna put it together and make the traditional offerings. We'll do a three-way, a four-way, a five-way, and a coney. So is it chili or a great meat sauce? Make it with me and we'll see what you think. Let's get it started.
Here we go. Now don't be intimidated by the long list of spices here. This comes together pretty quickly. A little oil in a Dutch oven and the heat at medium. We'll start with the star of the show, Certified Angus Beef Ground Chuck, the perfect choice for the best flavor. We'll start by searing the beef. You can do this in batches with the same pan or set up another skillet like I'm doing here to brown the beef. If we dumped all in the same pot, we're missing out on the chance to build extra flavor by searing and properly browning the ground beef. Notice I separate chunks of beef to give space for steam to escape. Avoid the temptation to stir at this point and let a good mahogany-colored sear develop on one side, about 8 to 10 minutes. While the beef sears, I'll get some garlic minced, about 3 average cloves or 1 massive one like this, chopped fine and into the pan with the beef. Now that we're browned nicely, let's bring the beef together in the Dutch oven to build everything in one pot. The heat here is staying at that medium heat. Stir a bit and into the pan with Worcestershire and cider vinegar, about 3 tablespoons of each. All right, here we go with the spice blend. The main components are chili powder and cocoa powder, but we've also got cumin, paprika, cinnamon, allspice, cayenne, and clove. I have found that in the right ratios, this is the perfect Cincinnati chili spice blend. Together with some coarse salt, we'll mix the spices together and head into the beef and stir things around. I like to have this spice blend made ahead of time, actually, because when I have it in my spice drawer ready to go, I can cut prep time nearly in half. Okay, last few ingredients here. Tomato paste and a can of tomato sauce. And finally, chicken stock. Stir things around until everything comes to a boil. Then put it on a simmer and close the lid. All these wonderful flavors will come together as it simmers, about 2 hours. Now check on this occasionally to make sure you've got the heat low enough and stir to make sure the beef isn't sticking on the bottom of the pan. Your kitchen will smell amazing. Now, to get the consistency smoother for traditional Cincinnati chili, I pulse with an immersion blender. Not completely pureed, but still pourable. Notice I didn't remove any beef fat that's risen to the top. It gets blended in. I intentionally keep that for added flavor.
You know, one thing I used to do as a kid while we were sitting at Skyline, they always give you oyster crackers. And we'd bite the top off and we'd see how many drops of hot sauce we could fit in the oyster cracker. And it would just make our little bowl of oyster crackers last longer. While the spaghetti finishes cooking, do us a favor, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe also. Appreciate it.
All right, let's build some plates of Cincinnati chili. Break from tradition here and cook your spaghetti properly, meaning keep it al dente and don't overcook it. The next tip is to ladle some of that chili right into the spaghetti you've strained. This will keep your spaghetti from sticking. Mix things up and put it on the plate. Put the spaghetti down first and ladle a good amount of Cincinnati chili over the spaghetti. Now, for a three-way, we just top with a heaping portion of shredded cheese. It's as simple as that. Now, a quick pro tip on the cheese. Get a block of sharp cheddar and grate it by hand through the fine holes of a box grater. It makes the perfect airy piles of shredded cheddar. For a four-way, we put either raw onions or beans. So when you order, you would say four-way onion or four-way beans. Finally, a five-way is both onions and beans. So here we have the onion sprinkled over the chili, along with hot red kidney beans. And just like the three-way, we top with cheese. Now a coney is pretty simple. You either get it with yellow mustard or not. Then top with the chili. I'm starting, of course, with Certified Angus Beef, all beef franks here. A huge upgrade. And finally, a pile of pillowy, sharp cheddar cheese. So here it is. My personal connection to Cincinnati chili makes this, for me, not just a sauce, but a chili. Because it's chili how I came to know it. The chef in me says it's an amazing meat sauce, but not technically a chili. What do you think?
Well, hit us up in the comments. Do you think this is legit chili, or is it just meat sauce? See you next time here in the Test Kitchen.